Hello everybody, welcome to another video. Dimitri here. Now today we're going to be talking about a fantastic niche brand. In case you didn't guess, it's none other than Amouage, which is a perfume house that was created in 1983 by the Sultan of Oman, His Highness Said Hamad bin Hamud Al Busaid. And I recently discovered that the correct way to pronunciate this name is Amouage and not Amouage. So I'm sorry if I made the mistake of mispronouncing it. It's not a big deal, I know, but it's an interesting fact to discover. Anyhow, this is what I actually consider to be a top segment niche brand. Because the way I perceive things, the way I see things, is that niche perfumes are not all the same. Not every niche brand has the same budget when it comes to formula cost. They don't all use the same high quality materials. They don't have the same budget for the marketing, for the packaging. They can't all afford to use the same noses. Some of them have the budget to use the best materials, the best noses, and to make great packaging, and Amouage definitely comes into that spot. So to make a few examples, I would say that entry-level niche perfume would be a brand such as Montal, such as Mancera, as you know it. Then you have probably a second entry level, which would be a brand such as Parfums de Marly or Maison Francis Courchon, the Dior private line and such. And then of course you have top segment, which is the ultimate entry level, which is of course made up of brands such as Amouage, Dusita, Bortnikov, Fragrance du Bois, Roja Dove, and these very luxurious brands that are renowned and actually use very high quality materials and spare no expenses when it comes to packaging, marketing, the noses, etc. So yeah, now that being said, today we're going to go over 12 of the man's perfumes from this brand. This is what you can expect to receive when you order the sample set. So a lovely little case with some wonderful samples. I'm gonna be describing quickly what you can expect from each one of these perfumes. I'm gonna be telling you which one, in my humble opinion, are worth trying, which ones you can skip, and which ones are better for different personalities. Now, I will try and get myself a women sampler set as well, but for now I only have the man samples, so ladies, I'm sorry about this. So let's get down to business and start off with Gold. This is a perfume that I actually own a bottle of. A very polarizing scent, and honestly this is all for the better because it means less people will wear it and I will be a lot more special when going around with this perfume on me. This is wonderful stuff, guys. This is a very animalic, floral, spicy perfume that is worthy of a signature scent. This is something that royalty could wear. It lasts all day. It's kind of soapy. It has a prominent castoreum note that lasts all along, but it never turns into a animalic barnyard note. It stays animalic but soapy at the same time. This is fantastic stuff, and honestly you should all give it a try because despite the polarizing reviews, this is an excellent perfume. Excellent stuff. Another great perfume and as you can see, my sample is pretty much gone, is Lyric Man. So, I don't know if you can see it. This is one of the most amazing rose-based perfume ever created. It's a soapy, rosy, lemony, incensey concoction that is guaranteed to make an impression. This is one of my most complimented perfumes to date. My girlfriend will not allow me to get out of the house with this perfume because she loves it so much. So whenever I feel a little kinky, I just hide it in my pocket, and whenever I need to go somewhere, I will actually spray this in my car without her knowing. And it's an amazing experience. This is one of the most easiest to wear out of the whole collection. It's as if you basically get out of a shower and you've just used the most high-end, luxurious rose-based perfume soap in existence. It is fantastic. It lasts all day, projects a lot, can be worn in hot and cold weather, and honestly, it just brings a smile every time I actually wear it. To me, this is probably one of the top 2 or 3 best rose-based perfumes in existence. Another incredible scent from this house, everybody knows it, it needs no introduction. It's Jubilation. Jubilation 25 is one of the best oud-based perfumes in existence nowadays. It's a sultry, very high-end, incredible potion that you should actually use for very special occasions. And if you want, you can also have it as a signature scent, because this is something that is special yet wearable. Of course, it has that slightly high quality oud note in it that sets it apart from many Western perfumes nowadays, but it is balanced so well with the citruses and the incense and the herbal notes and the woody notes and the spices that all around I think it is an extremely well balanced perfume, despite featuring the note of oud, which to some noses can be off-putting. This is just perfection. This is, along with Lyric, my next buy from this house. I have a few on my buy list, on my to-buy list, because they are extremely, extremely good. Jubilation 25, an incredible scent, very luxurious experience overall. Now, right next to Jubilation, I have Myths. Don't know if you can see this. Let's focus on it. Now, Myths is a special perfume in a way that it basically changes a lot when you apply it. See this wonderful green color? This is probably given by the prominent vetiver note. This is a very spicy, kind of gunpowdery perfume, spicy, herbal, with a fantastic dry down. Now, if you are maybe put off by the opening, give this perfume a few minutes and it will basically transform itself in a wonderful concoction. It lasts a long time, and honestly, the dry down is to die for. So I'm not sure I'm gonna be buying this perfume simply because I don't reflect myself in it too much, but I need to admit that, as with most of these, the ingredients, the materials used are incredible. Very high quality stuff. Myths by Amouage. Right next to Myths is a perfume that I am very probably going to buy again. This is Journeymen. Journey, right here. So this, to date, to me, is the best tobacco-based perfume in existence. This is better than Tobacco Vanille, than Herod. This is better than Mancera's Red Tobacco, Faidon Tabac Rouge. Every single tobacco-based perfume that I've tried so far ends up smelling similar, simply because of the fact that they all use the same material from the same brand, which would be either Givaudan or Firmenich, whereas this takes a different direction. The ones that I mentioned give you a very syrupy, kind of sweet and powerful blast that can be off-putting when you smell it up close. It's very reminiscent of maybe the Dutch pipe tobacco, whereas this, as I said before, is different because it is a green leaf tobacco. It's not as sweet as the others, it's not as syrupy, it's just blended to perfection, wearable a lot more often than the previous ones I mentioned. It smells good up close, it leaves a wonderful scent trail, it lasts a long time, and definitely worth checking out, and to me, bottle worthy. A fantastic tobacco-based perfume. Love it. Another one that I love a lot, this happens quite often with this brand, is Epic. Now, Epic Man takes a different direction, whereas it's basically a perfume that features notes of leather and oud, and of course incense and spices, but the most prominent notes to my nose are spices, a very high quality oud, and a wonderful leather. This is drier than Journey. This is just as wearable as Journey, and one of those perfumes that you should actually use for special occasions because it is definitely gonna draw some positive attention. It has a wonderful green bottle that is reminiscent of the emerald jewel, and honestly, if I find a good deal, this is gonna be part of my collection. Wonderful stuff, again. Now we're gonna proceed to the lower part of the sample set, and we have Honoue Man. Now, Honoue Man is, to me personally, not as good as the ones that I mentioned. This is a very spicy perfume with a slight sweetness given by the note of tonka beans. So you can expect something that is typical of the whole Amouage line. They all share a common trait, which is the high quality incense, but I do not find it as special as the ones that I actually mentioned before. Good stuff, but it does not last as long as the other ones, and it just lacks that magical DNA from the ones above. So I will definitely not get a bottle of this, but still worth trying out, of course. Next to Honoue, I have Fate, which is another one that I kind of like, but I'm not too fond of. I'm not in love with it, that is for sure. It's even spicier than Honoue Man. It's drier, but just as Honoue Man, it doesn't have the same performance that the other ones have. It doesn't give me a lot of emotions. It's one of those perfumes that is a bit redundant. So, of course, it uses great materials, but it's just not as good as the other ones. So, we're gonna skip this one. And here's Figment, which is another one I'm not too fond of. This uses an accord that was created by one of the big brands such as Givaudan and Firmenich. So this is one of the most recent releases, and honestly, from there to here, it kind of went downhill. It basically replicates the feeling that wet dirt could actually give you. So imagine going outside right now and picking up some wet dirt from the ground and smelling it up close, and it's basically what the Figment perfume will replicate. So it's a very polarizing scent. Some people will love it for the artistry, some people will just hate it. I'm sort like in the middle. I don't hate it, I don't love it, I don't even like it. I don't really care for it. So Figment, one of the lesser perfumes from this house for sure. Now, if you've seen my previous videos, you know I do not have many good things to say about this one perfume right here, which is Reflection Man. To me, this is a very potent, sugary, vanillic, floral perfume that kind of reminds me of a big marshmallow. If you hate my guts, get this perfume, spray yourself with it, come right next to me in a very closed environment, and you'll just make my day in a negative way. Reflection Man. So next we have a very underrated scent from this house, which is none other than Memoire. Now, Memoire is an extremely incensey, dry perfume with a lovely blend of floral notes, especially at the heart. And honestly, it's one of those scents that changes depending on when you wear it. So you will always discover new facets of this perfume if you give it enough time. And I am actually thinking of getting a bottle of this one as well, because it is really nice, kind of a easy perfume to wear, but obviously you need to be into incensey, spicy perfumes. Good stuff, really good stuff. And the last one from the scent, from the sample set, would be Beloved. Now, Beloved is another one that is, I think, marketed towards the masses, just like Reflection Man, but it's, in my opinion, much better than Reflection. Yet, I'm not really intrigued and prone to getting a bottle of this one, simply because of its typical fougère DNA, meaning that it has a lot of tonka beans, it has a lot of sweet notes that I don't really appreciate that much in perfumery. So give it a try. This might be your type of perfume if you're a bit younger. If you're a young man still going to school and have some money to spend on perfumes, then Beloved and probably Reflection would be the two best ones for you. So despite the fact that it has some good ingredients, I won't be getting a bottle. Okay, sorry about that. My daughter just interrupted me. Now, These are the 12 perfumes that are included in the Man sample set. There's a few more I want to talk about. One is Interlude and the other one is Dia. Now, Interlude needs no introduction. It's an extremely opulent and magnificent blend that features extremely powerful oriental notes such as frankincense and oud. It can be a bit strong to some noses, especially up top, but trust me, give it some time because it dries down to one of the most fantastic, incredible potions that I have had the pleasure to put my nose on. It lasts more than 24 hours, definitely worth the price given its stellar performances and unique take on incense and oud and woods in general. It's basically one of those perfumes that reminds you of the ancient Arabian Nights, ancient times. It could easily be associated with what sultans from the past would actually wear as a perfume. So Interlude, definitely worth checking out. And Diamant is another great perfume that does not perform as well as a few of this brand, but is very particular, a lovely mix of spices and a slight touch of rose, but it's a manly rose-based perfume, way manlier and less soapy than Lyric. It's a bit more spicy prominent. It doesn't last as long as Lyric. I do prefer Lyric, but Diamant is no slouch. It's an amazing blend, and I think I might actually get a bottle if I find another good deal. So you have 14 of the most famous perfumes from this brand. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're taking care of yourself and your family, staying safe, and I will see you again soon. I will talk to you again soon. Take care. Ciao.